It's your boy, The Official Go-Getter. I'm coming at you guys back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about how success requires faith, right? What I mean by that is success requires you to believe in something higher than yourself. You're not going to get there only off your own understanding. I feel like you're an ignorant person if you feel like you control everything. It's ignorant to think that you're the biggest thing here, that there's not anything bigger than you. It's ignorant to think that you can only move off of your own understanding. At the end of the day, you didn't create yourself. You have to include God into everything that you do. Moving off your own understanding only gets so far because there's only so much you can control, right? You can control what you do, but at the end of the day, there's always something that goes on in the back end, which is that spiritual form. This whole world takes place spiritually before it takes place physically. I have good qualities. I'm a man with good qualities, right? But at the end of the day, I understand as a man that I built all these good qualities, but the only reason why I built these good qualities is because God instilled the wisdom on me to put the effort towards building these good qualities, right? I thank God every single day for one thing, and that's because of my mind, because at the end of the day, he blessed me with the knowledge. I'm not gonna be able to record a video without him, right? Even though I put the work in to get that confidence, right? He allowed me to put the right work in, and he instilled that confidence within me. Yes, it's you doing the work, but you have to understand, you're not in control of what you receive. You'll still see results if you're putting in work with no belief, but the results only get you so far. I developed myself up to the point where I developed all myself up from all the negative qualities. I turned them into positive qualities, and I did all that, right? And I got arrogant, I got ignorant and cocky, and I was like, man, I'm me, man, there is no God. That's just the universe. I don't really believe in God. I started to damn near think I was God because of how I felt like I was controlling my reality. In a sense, you are controlling your reality, but you don't have full control, right? And if you think you have full control, you're gonna hit a plateau, because at some point you have to let go, because you're trying to grip onto reality so much, you're trying to control everything, but you have to realize you can't control everything, right? This is not everything for us to control, right? So you have to do your part, and on the back end, God will do his part, right? But you have to show him that you're willing to make that effort. That's why they say you have to put grind behind your prayer, because somebody can get on their knees and pray every night, right, for $1 million. They can pray every night for a new job. But if you're not putting in new applications, if you're not going out and seeking new opportunities, you're not gonna get a door that's gonna open, right? Somebody's gonna be more inclined to help you if you're trying to help yourself, right? So you can only get so far off of your own understanding. You got to put the work in, but God has to do his part on the back end, right? The only reason why that door is opening is because he's allowing it to open for you. You focus on letting go, you let God do his work. If you open up and let him enter in, you start to see things that you didn't even think was possible. Things that you're trying to accomplish now, you're holding yourself back by trying to control it all. That's why you're stressing you out. That's why you're having that anxiety. That's why you're losing your purpose. That's why you're losing your focus. But God gets you back on that purpose, right? You can either find God and then find yourself, or then you find yourself and then you find God, right? But most people who find themselves first get arrogant and get cocky and think they are God. But at the end of the day, we are so far from it, right? Like, we have God within us, we have that energy, we have that power, but we are so far from what he can do and what he does, right? And we don't even see it. You got to really shift your mind and be able to see the blessings that you have every single day, because at the end of the day, you're nothing. I'm nothing. I get this Apple Watch. I have this Apple Watch because of God. Yes, I stacked up the money and I paid for the Apple Watch. Yes, I accumulated the money and I paid for the Apple Watch. I have this phone that I'm recording on just because of God. I have this microphone that I'm using that's $100 and something because of God, right? I got this tripod because of God. All these things he provides, right? You put the work in, he provides, right? When it even comes to money, you got to be able to give freely, because you have to understand that you have to have that abundance mindset. When you have that abundance mindset, you're able to give freely, knowing that what you give is going to come back to you, because it's not worth what you have in a physical form. It's about what you have spiritually, right? If I have $100, right, and I'm scared to give $20 away because I don't think I'm going to be able to get it back, that's a scarcity mindset. That's not an abundance mindset. But if I have $100 and somebody needs $20 and I know it's not going to hurt me, I'm going to give somebody $20. Why? Because I know that $20 is going to come right back to me, right? So you have to be able to have that abundance mindset and let things go. You will find your purpose, right? And what finding your purpose is finding out what you need to do on a day-to-day basis, what it is that you want to accomplish, what is God's mission for you. This is spiritual before it takes in the physical form, right? So God, you're in this flesh. This is me, this is my body, but this is not me, because my soul is really what matters, right? And at the end of the day, God's just working through me. You got to allow your soul up for God to work through you and use this vessel, right? People come to me. I deal with people all the time, right? And I'll have interactions all the time. That's why I love the city, where I'll have different encounters after I had a prayer, after I just encountered, or after I just talked to God about something, or if there was something that needed to be answered. God will answer it through certain people. God will show you lessons through certain people. God will give you hardships through certain people, right? So people, well, we're vessels. We're working with spirits. We're not working with flesh. What you see on the surface is not just what you see on the surface, right? A girl who looks pretty might just be your worst nightmare. It might just be the girl who breaks your heart. Why? Because she looks great externally, but how is she internally, right? Does she have values, right? Does she have respect? All those things matter.